Preparations for the 44th SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government are underway, with Zimbabwe's leader, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, saying Zimbabweans must be prepared to exhibit warm hospitality to visitors who will throng the country during the summit. The president was speaking at the burial of the late Brigadier General retired Romeo Daniel Mutsunguma at the National Heroes Eka in Harare earlier today.
This will see us consolidating, expanding and diversifying the socio-economic development agenda of our region as envisioned in the SADC industrialization agenda. Let us ready ourselves to welcome our guests to Zimbabwe, the world of wonder, with wide open arms and exhibit warm hospitality, enduring friendship, unity, and solidarity.
Last few days have been remarkably busy for the Harare City Council as they chased the June 30 deadline to submit their master plan to central government. Eventually, the city managed to do so after government refused to extend the deadline. Government, through the local government ministry, had made it clear that it expects results and councils must not blame it for their inability to deliver. According to the World Bank, 56% of the world's population, which is 4.4 billion inhabitants, live in cities. The trend is expected to continue, with the urban population more than doubling its current size by 2050. It is estimated that it will reach a point where 7 out of 10 people will live in cities like Harare. At that point, the cities are expected to contribute more than 80% of global GDP. Master plans demanded by government from different local authorities could help set new standards for property and rules around the development of such. This could come as a sigh of relief for the tourism sector, which has demanded they be consulted always when licensing players in the industry. Tourism Minister Barbara Rodzi has urged municipalities to seek the approval and recommendation from ZTA before granting licenses. Speaking in Bulawayo recently, she said the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority is worried about the growing number of substandard structures, especially lodges.
It is proposed that before approving a tourism development plan or issuing a permit for a lodge, for any facility, hotel or anything, can the local authorities require Zimbabwe Tourism Authority as the regulator of tourism to submit recommendations? So they can always say, there is this proposal and the plans of the infrastructure. Can you look at it? Why are we saying that? Because we have a lot of infrastructures in tourism that are wrongly built. You wonder, how can they put a toilet here when you get, particularly in our lodges? How could they put a shower, or you know how, I don't know, Wamachikere, he knows better, he's our development guy. His department does that. There's something that should be done, that should be, regulated, to say a shower goes there, a toilet goes there, and then the bedroom is there. Sometimes you think, did people want to sleep in the bathroom?
Zimbabwe Cricket have provisionally named the Belgian-born Naqvi in a young squad that will face India in a 5-match T20 international series in Harare. The 25-year-old batter's inclusion is subject to the confirmation of his citizenship status. Naqvi was born to Pakistani parents in Brussels, Belgium, before moving to Australia, but he was considered for selection after he declared his desire to represent Zimbabwe in international cricket and applied for naturalization. Turning out for Rhinos on the domestic front, he boasts a strike rate of 146.8 in the T20 format, while he averages 72 in first-class cricket and 73.42 in List A cricket, underlying his massive potential to excel in the international game. We spoke to ZTN head of sport, Mr. Teach, who gave his thoughts on the possible inclusion of Naqvi.
Well, for a very long time, there have been murmurs and a palpable excitement about the possible inclusion of Naqvi into the Zimbabwe cricket setup, largely due to his performances on the domestic circuit. And then when you juxtaposition that with the struggles that Zimbabwe has had, especially in that top order, you can understand why that excitement was there.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.